Okay, how do you like this idea? Lighting tendrils using Storm Barrier level 18 to get 12% physical damage mitigation and 12% lighting damage mitigation while channeling. Then we add Arctic Armor level 18, which gives 12% physical damage mitigation and 12% fire damage mitigation while standing. And then we add Lightning Coil, which gives 30% of physical damage taken as lighting damage. And then Sapphir's Frame, which gives plus 4% maximum resistance. Sounds like it should be very tanky against physical damage, right? Well, let me tell you why in practice it is not. So I wanted to make a Lighting Tendrils build, but I wanted to make it very tanky using new support gem Storm Barrier and combine it with similar defensive mechanics like Arctic Armor, Lightning Coil, Pantheon powers, and I thought that in theory I should be able to tank some pretty heavy hits. I mean, if you combine Storm Barrier and Arctic Armor while standing and channeling, you already get 24% physical damage mitigation. That is same as having 6 endurance charges. Then by adding Lightning Coil I should be even more tankier, because it mitigates physical damage into your lighting damage, and lighting damage is being mitigated by Storm Barrier, and Storm Barrier also mitigates physical damage taken. Let me show you a clip from my stream. I was doing Merciless Izaro. Izaro does heavy physical damage hits, so it is easy to test your tankiness against physical damage. So I stand and tank, get hit, use Granite Flask to get more armor, but then I decide that I may not be able to tank his swing. As you know, it is a very big hit. So I decided to run, of course in the wrong way, because it's me. Nonetheless, I get clipped and instantly die. And yes, I know I did not have a lot of HP, but using so many defensive mechanics for physical damage mitigation felt like I should be able to, well, survive. So that's the problem with Lighting Tendrils and Storm Barrier. Lighting Tendrils has a very short range, so you have to stand next to enemies. Now, Storm Barrier only works when you are channeling, and Arctic Armor only works when you are standing still. So because Lighting Tendrils has such a small range, you are forced to keep moving, getting closer to enemies, getting closer to the next enemy pack, and that means you basically lose all your defensive mechanics. And this was just one of many examples. I started using Storm Barrier as soon as I could, and it never felt good, because I would constantly get hit by enemies that are out of my reach, and I would have to move towards them, and in the process of doing that I would keep getting hit. And I was also using castle and damage taken with Warlord's Mark, so while leveling and doing just zone clearing I would also be getting endurance charges, making me more tanky. But it did not feel tanky at all. In the end, I replaced my Lightning Coil with Impulsa's Broken Heart, replaced Cast and Damage Taken Warlord's Mark with Enfeeble, replaced Sapphire's Frame with ES-based High Life Roll Shield, and it immediately felt better. Because with Enfeeble I would not lose all my defensive mechanics once I start moving. And I'm still using Storm Barrier, but I really don't like it. I think it should be a buff like Arcane Surge, maybe a bit different. For example, the longer you channel, the longer duration buff you get, and that would enable you to move for a couple more seconds without losing Storm Barrier. That way you could close the gaps between enemy packs without losing most of your defensive mechanics. So I really hope that Storm Barrier gets some change in the future, because it's really not in a good place right now. Maybe for some other channeling skills it could be useful. Still, you are sacrificing a damaging gem for defensive gem that only works when you are standing still and channeling. Not to mention that you can easily get stunned or interrupted your channeling and you basically lose this Storm Barrier. So basically enemies just poke you, stun you, you lose Storm Barrier, and they are able to poke you even harder, making stuns even stronger. And it is not always easy to get stun immunity as a spellcaster. So yeah, that's about all. Now for my build, I will continue using Storm Barrier because I just refuse to use casual channeling shenanigans, and I'm ready to practice Elder and his Guardian fights. So most likely I'm just gonna continue farming lower tier maps and practicing on lower tier maps, Elder and Guardian fights, and just, I don't know, maybe abandon this build soon. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a build guide video because I'm really disappointed. My goal was to be tanky, but I'm not tank at all. I still have to use Decoy Totem, and that just beats the purpose of this build. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm streaming every day at around 11 AM London time zone, sometimes a bit later, and I will be streaming during Christmas and New Year's, so yeah. Thank you for watching and see you soon.